Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and obviously this is not Friday Q&A and fan mail because at the time this video is being published, I will be in Maryland at a Nerf war. The next day I'll be in Pennsylvania at an HVC, and then another Nerf war. I will probably die in Pennsylvania. Bury me at Gettysburg! Anyway, I wanted to have something for you guys, so I put this together real quick because I had already been tinkering with it and I knew you guys would enjoy it. So this is my first attempt to weaponize the Viper RC car that I was sent. And I'm here to tell you, it is a failure. It looks like it should work, but it very definitely doesn't. The first experiments I ran was simply adding a GoPro to it so that I could drive it around when I couldn't actually see the car. So I paired it to my phone so I could see what the camera saw, and then I tried driving it around the corner of my house, and unfortunately, the delay on the Bluetooth between the camera and my phone is enough that by the time you realize you're about to crash into something, you already have. So this is why I don't like wireless technology on things like that. So that needs some work. The other problem is that both Bluetooth and the RC, because this thing obviously doesn't have a particularly powerful antenna or receiver, pretty much needs line of sight. So the moment it went around the corner, the camera got even worse and I lost control of the car entirely. So that doesn't work. However, if you could see where the car was going, so let's say you were in a base or a fortified location, you could drive it out as a motorized landmine, or at least you would think you would be able to. Unfortunately, this thing turns by twisting the entire torso, which means the moment you try to make a turn, it tips over. The camera is probably some of that, but mostly it's the weight of this thing. It's just too heavy. But if you were to drive in a perfectly straight line right up to your target, and then they happen to stand still right in front of you, you could set it off, which would be fun. I am going to try some other options. I did get one of those little remote control tanks that Walcom was showing off, that he had a whole bunch of them. He lent me one. And I'm going to try just mounting that blaster onto here, because that should be much less top heavy, and it would only give you the one shot, but that may be all you need if you were playing the right game type, which I might then design a game type around it. So we'll see. This was the first attempt. It'll definitely didn't work. You would need a much larger RC car. That is the problem, is this particular one is simply too small to support this much weight. So if I ever got a larger one, it might be a different story. I have seen people who successfully mounted an entire swarm fire onto a large RC car, but those are going to cost more than 30 bucks, so yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this silly thing, and we will see what I build in the future. Thank you for watching. Bangarang! Ah!